Hello and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting. Okay, here we go with another card. I don't know if you recall the other day, I think maybe my last video, I actually used this paper, and typically I sort of, when I'm making one card, I'm almost, in my head gearing up for another card. Anyway, this paper, I mean, look through your stash what you've got. You might have something, this is a bit sort of dated really, but I thought, what could I use it with? Well, I used some of this colour the other day, but then this it's got sort of like a flock, is that the right word? Flock on it. Anyway, so I'm using that for this card today. But I just want to do a little bit of show and tell. These, I don't know how well you can see if I just open the box. Can you see? There is an absolute amazing array of buttons, which I probably will not have to buy another set of buttons again as long as I live, probably. Here's the other box, and what I want to tell you, actually I think I'm going to use them actually today. And then I got this. So I got this off, the Facebook, the Facebook pages. I might use them actually because they're quite nice too. Let's just get a few out for now. Oh, I've got a lot of them actually, so I might use them. Anyway, I bought these. Oh, there's some more in there actually. Let's use them up first. I bought these whole lot in the containers, everything. Are you ready for this? There's some eyes, eyes and bits and pieces. Obviously lots and lots of buttons, all sorts. And I paid £20 for the lot, which I thought was absolutely incredible. So there's some bargains to be had out there. I do believe it was as lockdown was finishing. Maybe the person had a shop. I really don't know. But anyway, so I've got lots of buttons. But what I'm going to do today, although yes, I've got lots of buttons, I'm going to put them on the card in such a way that they can probably be reused, because there's a bit of a waste really, isn't it? The cards sit on the mantelpiece from somebody maybe for a week or two maybe, and then it goes in the bin, which I always think is such a shame. But anyway, so what I've just done for quickness now, I've cut this so that'll fit on my card already, okay, because I tend to like a little bit of a border. I was going to get a die out, a stacking die to cut it so it's exact, because I'm not very good. I have got one of these little cutters. Even with these, I've got a big one and a little one. They are good. But I'm still not the best cutter. But there you go. Can't do everything, can you? So what I then want to do, let's move these out of the way. So this other sheet of this I'm going to use. Let's put that out of the way. Oops. There you go. And then what I thought I'd do, I don't know whether to actually, that might pay to actually put this down on here first. So I think this stuff's strong enough. So there's, oh, just took that up for some reason. It's annoying, isn't it? Can you see it's removed it? There you go. I think that's all right. I think that thing has a mind of its own sometimes. So what I'm going to do is stick that on the card there to start with. Oh, it feels lovely. It's got texture. Might not have any paper like this, but you might have. Go through stash. And this, as I always say, for my page, my videos here, as much as anything, I like to be giving you an idea. It's almost quite sweet on its own, isn't it? But we're gonna va-va-vum it a little bit. So let me just, with some strong scissors. What have I got there? I've got these ones here, haven't I? Is this the ones? Hang on, let me just see, because I'm assuming that it repeats it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's funny. I'm actually going to be sort of taking it out the middle a bit. That will use for something else. This one might do quite nicely anyway. So what I want to do now, this is literally, I'm doing this card. Did a little bit of preparation, but generally I'm doing this card live as we speak. So I might change my mind, which I do sometimes. Oh, it's lovely to cut. Quite an easy design. But look through your stash, because you might have something that would do, or you could make up the idea of what I've done, couldn't you? So I have got a Facebook page, Rainy Day Crafting, which I would love it to be that as people have a go at making their own. I don't want it to be that people advertise on it because that's a bit naughty, isn't it? But, you know, if you then make a card similar or something like that, I don't know if that's the right one or not, but that would probably do. That's okay. So I just want to cut out a few of these. I don't want to do them all. Another one here. Just want to give it a little bit of sort of definition and a little bit of pop. So that one go there quite nicely. That one, I don't know, maybe that one there. Too much, maybe that one. Right, let's just do. Do you know what, that feels so lovely. I think I'm quite tactile. It's funny, I am quite tactile, I think, but I don't like sort of like sticky things. And, you know, I'm an ex-nurse, so obviously I've worked with lots of different. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, so what I now want to do with these, I don't honestly know if this is going to work. I've just got, these are like in packaging. Like I say, I'm a right little squirrel. I keep things. I think this is when I've had a new phone case, so I keep them because they're handy. So now what I want to do, I don't know how successful it is, but this is just what, like cake decorating, I think, ball and tool, but you know, if you've got anything else, I just wanted to do something so it may just stand off the page just a little bit. So I'm balling this just a little bit. Do you know what? Yes, that's done exactly what I wanted, yeah? Let's do it again here. I thought it would, but then, you know, sometimes. Another one's going there. And maybe, I think that's enough because I don't think you don't need to do them all. But make it your own if you follow something like this. Yeah, so that just raised them up enough. So what I would now do is a little bit of double-sided tape on the back there. I was going to put this one on, but I think that might raise it up too much. So let's just have... No, actually, I don't want that. I just want some that will keep it flat, actually. A little bit on there. Oops. Just a tiny bit on there. And another bit on there. I don't want to now mush down what I've already done. Right. So now, fingers crossed. This is the awkward bit, isn't it? I think it is because some of my tape's getting a bit old. Anyway, that's in there. Let's go on there. And that's not going to stay there quite happily or not. Let's go in there. Okay, so now again, this is a little bit of a trial and error. This off the side here with my long scissors, I just want to sort of on the edge, but which is fine. That one there, because that's hanging over there a little bit, and that one's there. So can you see that's raised it up a bit? Now, what I thought I'd do, honestly don't know how successful it'd be. I was just thinking, just put a, oh, not bad. you know, that's, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I sort of made the fleck just, giving that just a little bit. This one's coming up here. That's probably, do you know what, not bad. I don't know if that's meant to be a leaf there or not. It's just, maybe, well, I don't know if I've done that so well, but there you go. Anyway, I'm happy with that. Now, this is where I just thought a few buttons in this back. These are the ones actually when I was looking through, I just thought, actually, look, aren't they quite lovely in there? Go for your button box if you've got buttons. Like I say, I sew, oh, what about that? It's going on a card. I've got 5 buttons. You almost think, because what I was then going to do was, I've got these like little glue dots. I thought rather than stick them on there never to come off, I hope they would now sort of stay on the card. Oh, do you know what? I'm tempted to put that on there because the recipient would actually get 6 buttons, which can be recycled, can't they? So let's have a little look. This is seriously sticky. So I would like to think, I'm hoping it do, will stay on there. And I would probably put a little note in it to say, reuse me buttons. So, you know, they're little wooden buttons, which would seem a waste, wouldn't it, to just go in the bin. Anyway, we're nearly there. What do you think? Leave me a comment. And it's already making me think of, I'm sort of thinking buttons a bit more now, again, for using another card. So I'm hoping this sort of sticky blobs, sort of round blobs, horribly sticky actually, I'm hoping would be enough. But I suppose you could put a whole blob on each. They wouldn't come off then, would they? But then the recipient could take them off and reuse the buttons. I suppose you could go a bit further because this sort of takes like from a crayon quite nicely. You could put a few more bits and pieces, you know, on the colour of that if you wanted to. So there's a bit of a blob, like I say, it will make this sticky. But it's holding that in place lovely. Makes the card a bit heavier, to be fair. Right. Going back to my haul I got, well, a couple of years ago now, I suppose. I was so pleased with that, I seriously was. Now, just to save time, I've done some of these earlier. Where I feel that's mucked up that little bit, I'm tempted to just pop one of those theirs. So with some little snippy scissors, I call snippy scissors, cut this out. I just made some of these earlier. When I do this, I always do a few because then I've got a box I keep to my side. So if I'm making a card, I generally have got them easy at hand. So, I'm actually doing my sort of, because obviously I started doing lots more cards probably in lockdown. I've always been sort of fascinated with it, but I've got quite a lot. I sometimes think maybe I could flog them on somewhere like Facebook page or something, but you know, I'm doing an event in June, so I'm hoping that'll do okay. Right, now because I think I've mucked that up a little bit, that's just taken that away from that, and that sort of makes that stand up. In here, I believe I've got some of these, like, can you see they come, they're just like little thin bits, so if you want to use it on something bendy, they're ideal. So turn that over. Raise it up a little bit. because it's on a banner, if the end bit sort of flap a bit, that's okay. I'll put it down there. There. What do you think? I'm not sure if that needs something else, but I've put the buttons on there. So it's given half a dozen buttons to someone too. So there we have card. Till the next time, thank you very much for watching and see you soon.